you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens. I just landed at Incheon International Airport. I've been to South Korea now, I think 3 or 4 times, and every time I land at Incheon International Airport, I just jump straight on a train and go directly to Seoul. But I've never actually been to or explored Incheon City. And Incheon is known for a number of things, including Chinatown and some delicious Korean food. Right now, I have a 14-hour layover, about 14 hours until I need to catch my next flight. And so I thought it would be a fantastic idea to go straight into Incheon. We're gonna go on a Korean food tour of Incheon on my 14-hour layover, and I'm gonna show you all the food that we eat.
Bây giờ mời các bạn theo chân của anh Mặc Quen để khám phá món ăn của Hàn Quốc nhé.
According to Google Maps, the fastest route to get from Incheon International Airport to Incheon City, actually we're going straight to a market.
Anh mới đến cái thành phố Incheon của Hàn Quốc.
Then jump on a bus from here and go down to Sinpo International Market, and that's where we're going first. We left Bangkok last night at about midnight and then landed at Incheon International Airport this morning, early this morning. So it was a late night flight. I slept maybe an hour, maybe about 2 hours. So if I look sleepy, just a heads up. In this video, it might not only be the food that's making me sleepy. Oh, it's cold. Oh, okay, that's our first time stepping
Có bà xã anh đi nữa đó.
Oh, it's freezing.
Anh cũng đi tới Hàn Quốc thì nhiều lần rồi.
Directly to the market. Micah, that's by far the coldest weather you've ever felt. And you're smiling.
Đây là chắc giờ mùa đông lạnh dữ.
That heater feels amazing. We just jumped off the bus directly at Sinpo International Market. This is where we're gonna start eating.
Bây giờ ảnh đi vô trong một cái chợ kêu là chợ quốc tế.
The things that you absolutely have to eat when you come to this market is Korean fried chicken with a spicy, sweet sauce. And so I think that's what we're gonna eat first.
Bây giờ anh lời anh ăn gà chiên nha. Cái này là không phải cái nhà hàng mà nó là bán cái quầy ở trong chợ đó.
They have some fried chicken, which looks like it might be lightly battered and then deep fried. And then they have this sauce. When she opened the sauce container, you can smell that tanginess of the sauce coming off of it. She scoops it onto the fried chicken and mixes it with a plate and a spoon combination. And then she tosses in some sesame seeds and then some chopped up peppers. Okay, there's nothing like starting off for breakfast with a giant plate of fried chicken. Spicy, tangy, sweet, Korean fried chicken. It's called dakgangjung. They just generously douse it, just drown it in that sauce. And I didn't exactly know how big the plates were going to be, what size they were going to be, so I naturally had to order the large size. It's pretty large. There must be like at least 20 pieces of fried chicken on this plate. I think I'm going in with my fork here, even though you could go in with your fingers, but it's definitely going to be messy, that's for sure.
Nhưng mà nó đựng nó lấy cái dĩa bự hơn chút nữa, nó đựng cho dễ đựng cái gì mà cái dĩa có bê lớn vậy mà nó rung lên. Ăn uống khó ăn quá.
And then the meat, the chicken underneath it is still really juicy and really like moist. That drumstick goes down very easily. Okay. gonna need a lot of the wet tissues. Okay, this is the type of fried chicken with sauce that when you take a bite, you can just feel it like coating your lips, and you know you're gonna get it all over your cheeks and all over your fingers, and there's just no way around it. I was definitely just kidding myself when I used that fork for my first bite, so I'm going right in with my hands. Okay, I gotta try one of these chilies. Oh, the chili is not spicy, but it is really fragrant. A tiny bit spicy. You can kind of feel it going up your nose a little bit, though. I got white meat chicken this time. It's kind of an addictive type of sweet. It almost reminds me of a caramel apple. That's only on the surface of the
Nó làm ở bên ngoài giống như là chua ngọt vậy chứ nó không phải giòn.
It sort of mellows out the sweetness, and you can taste all the flavors in there.
Nó dẻo dẻo.
Switch things up with some radish. Oh.
Cái này là củ cải chua, củ cải làm chua.
Very refreshing. That's a little bit sweet too. Kind of tastes like, oh, it's kind of ketchupy. That's what I was looking for.
Còn cái đó là bắp cải nó sắc rồi nó trộn với nước sốt.
To be some of the most sticky sauce I have ever experienced. It's like it's the
16
type of sauce
độ.
that you might find on your fingers a week later, and it's all over my camera now too.
Cũng
Overall,
không
like,
rẻ
the
gì
flavor
lắm.
for me honestly is too sweet, but I will admit that it tasted pretty good, and it's like the addictive kind of sweet where you just can't stop eating it. It is so cold outside that we had to stop at the nearest coffee shop and take a break just to drink a coffee and just get the heater. Oh man, we're freezing. We're freezing it out. To be honest, it's just way too cold. It's now -1. The most logical thing to do when it's so freezing outside is to stop at another restaurant, and we just really wanted to eat Korean barbecue.
Ảnh vô cái nhà hàng
A
này.
little barbecue restaurant. Oh, she's bringing it to our table right
Cái
now.
nhà hàng này là nhà hàng
I got it right
nướng
next to
nha.
our table, but it feels like a real family-run barbecue restaurant. And she lit up that charcoal. Oh, you can feel the heat on that.
Nó nướng nó kiểu gì?
And this is the meat. Oh. Smoke right now. It smells so good. And she's grilling everything right in front of us and grilling it for us, and she just handed me my first bite of meat.
Thấy rồi cũng ngon á.
Oh, that is ridiculous. Oh, the flavor of the meat is just like, the marinade is embedded all the way into the meat. It's a little bit sweet and salty. You can taste the sesame. Oh, look what she's dishing out now. This is some soup that we ordered. I'm not even sure the name of it. But there's beef in there, there's egg
Nó
in
có
there.
cái chảo súp nữa ha.
Leek or 감사합니다. Oh, and she fed us a bite. And now we have all the banchan, the side dishes, the soup, the basket of vegetables. This is exactly what Ying and I were craving, what we were looking for, what we wanted to eat on this layover. A base leaf, pepper actually. Yes, to give it some extra heat.
Nó có
Piece
lá,
of meat goes in, and then grab a
nó
clove.
có lá gì
And what
mà
she
nó
did is
cuốn
she dips it into
cái cục thịt đó.
the sauce, the chili paste. Pick up the chili paste and then puts this directly on top of the meat. Put it right on top. Okay, I think that's a perfect bite right there. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm just going to wrap this guy up. That combination. Probably my favorite thing about that entire bite is the perilla leaf. The perilla leaf is so wonderfully unique in flavor. It has sort of a licoricey flavor, and it's both refreshing and balancing at the same time. And it's just like it just completes your entire bite with that salty meat, with the pungent garlic, with the soybean fermented salty paste. It's the sum of all of those together.
Tỏi
It's
hành
an immaculate bite in your mouth. You got to eat it all in
cuốn
one
với cái
bite.
lá đó, với cái lá xà lách nữa.
Even if it's a really big one bite. Oh, I think these are, it might be some of that same beef that this is made with, and then egg in here as well. That's just like you can taste the boiled bones in that soup. Eating soup when it's so cold outside it's necessary, it's mandatory. Okay, for my next bite, I'll double up. Meat goes in, then this time I'm gonna grab some of these onions and leeks, which are marinated. Onto the top there. Oh yeah, that half a chili as well. That was perfect.
Ớt quá trời luôn. Tỏi làm chua.
That I think it's actually soybean, mostly soybean paste maybe. That is just a perfect combination. That's immaculate. One of the side dishes, one of the banchan dishes that she served us is this crab. I think it's blue swimmer crab in chili. And
Cái đó con
I think it's
ghẹ.
raw. You can also use that sauce, but you can also grab a piece of the crab. Oh, look at that. That piece is full of meat. Okay, it's raw. You can see how it's transparent on the inside and then just marinated in that sauce. Oh, that's stunning. Oh yeah, that's raw. It's a little bit slimy, but in a really good kind of way. It's really garlicky. It looks spicy, but it's not really spicy. And then the chili flavor is a little bit sweet as well. It is a little slimy, but it just also melts in your mouth at the same time. Next banchan I'm gonna try is a block of tofu with some chili paste on top and some sesame seeds.
Đây là tàu hũ nha.
Oh, that just wiggles. Oh, it's so soft and tender. You gotta get it to your mouth fast before it breaks out of your chopsticks.
Tàu hũ non.
Oh, it's so soft. Oh, it just dissolves. Tapsu.
갈비.
Oh, Tapsu Kalbi.
네.
Okay, that's the name of the restaurant. This place is amazing. If you are in Incheon, she is so friendly, she's so nice. And amazing food. That's one of the better Korean barbecue experiences I've had. Well, partly because it's just like a home, family-run restaurant. Oh, back into the cold. And also, her balance of dishes was perfect. 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Thank you, thank you. That was absolutely awesome. Back into the fridge. What?
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. No, that means hello and goodbye, right? I think so. Micah. Hey, it's a little bit warmer than before, isn't it? That was just one of those meals that you walk out of the restaurant and you're
Kiểu như là
just smiling,
$30
you're just like beaming, shining with light because that meal just lifts you up Oh, and just boosts your spirits. That was absolutely sensational. I loved it. That meal alone for me was worth leaving
Ngang ngửa như ở Mỹ
International
thôi.
Airport to come to Incheon just to
Cũng
eat
không
that
đắt lắm.
and to experience that. Oh, I'm happy now. We're walking towards Chinatown, and that's going to be our last stop before we head back to the airport. And we're going to walk around here
Bây
and
giờ
especially
ảnh đi
try
đến
one
cái
famous Korean Chinese dish.
cái khu phố Tàu nha.
But I think we need to walk around for a little while, or maybe have another coffee before we eat that next.
Rồi anh vô để anh uống cà phê.
Oh yeah, I had to. But I'm gonna leave Ying and Micah here in the coffee shop, and then I'm gonna go walk around and explore Chinatown a little bit just to get some photos. But yeah, it's too cold. And then after that, we'll eat one final meal. And most of the Chinatown seems to be filled with Chinese restaurants and little souvenir shops. And again, it's really, really quiet today, but I'm sure on the weekend it's the type of place that a lot of people come to just walk around for leisure, to eat, and to just enjoy. But I've decided to take a walk up this flight of steps to see what's at the top and to try to warm up. Coming into, I think it's a park up here on the top of this hill. Oh, it's even windier up here. Oh, really nice though. Really nice and peaceful. Up here you have a pretty decent view, and Incheon is known for its harbor, it's a very major harbor in South Korea, as well as a major hub of transportation, including the airport, which is located here. Can I just buy one with the red bean, please?
$1.87.
Okay, be careful. Coming down from the
Không biết mấy cái.
stops to eat what is one of the favorite Chinese, Korean street food snacks along this road. They have griddles all laid out, and then they fill it with a batter, and then he adds a number of different toppings. You can get the classic red bean, you can get cream, you can get some other different flavors as well. I got the classic red bean, and then it's topped with another layer of pancake to top it off, so it's like a hockey puck-sized snack, and mine is hot and fresh. I got the red bean. You can feel that it's a little bit dense in your hand. Yet at the same time, yes, it's kind of heavy, but at the same time, it's very squishy. It's very very supple. Oh, oh, it's pretty awesome actually. The red beans in there are kind of starchy, not overly sweet, and then the batter is like.
Đậu đỏ
That kind of sweet
nó xay ra nó bỏ vô trong đó.
The batter is also gooey and has that kind of egg white flavor to it.
Rồi hai bên đó thì nó giống như bánh bông lan.
Oh, I do like that better than I expected to. It's really like soothing, and partly because it's so cold outside and this is so warming, you can feel that warmth going down your belly. We are on our way to the last restaurant to eat what is a dish that many consider when you come to Chinatown in Incheon. You just have to eat it because it's a Korean Chinese noodle dish. We'll see.
Anh đang trên đường đi xuống một cái nhà hàng nữa.
Jjajangmyeon with seafood. The final dish in Incheon that I'm here to eat is called jjajangmyeon. And it's a very well-known Korean Chinese dish throughout South Korea. You'll find it, and it's very popular. But this is the origin. This is where it's from. It started off as a dish that was brought over from China and then evolved into a Korean Chinese dish. And it started off as a dish. One of the first dishes when I was reading that people would go out to eat outside from their homes, and so it was usually a cheap meal. It was usually a lot of laborers would eat it. It's filling, it's hearty, and we're gonna eat it right now. we got two different dishes. One is the jjajangmyeon, and we ordered the version with seafood. It comes with a bowl of noodles, and there's a fried egg on top with some shreds of cucumber.
Giống
and
mì
then on the
Ý
side
ha.
is all the sauce, which is like a very dark black sauce actually. And there you can see some onions in there, and then pieces of seafood. There's some shrimp,
giống như
there's
của
some
Hoành
squid as
Thánh á.
well. And then we also got a plate of boiled dumplings, boiled mandu. And I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take the sauce
Còn
and
cái kia, cái
pour all
sốt
of it
mà nó
onto
có
the noodles.
tôm rồi trong ha.
Oh
Nó
yes.
đổ vô cái đó.
Oh wow, you can really smell the onions in there.
Tôm với mực.
And that looks excellent. All pieces of seafood in there. I have been to South Korea, I think 3 or 4 times, and I've never had this dish. I've never had jjajangmyeon, even though it's so common, it's everywhere. It's a very, very popular dish. But this will be my very first time, and I'm happy that I saved myself for an original version in HÀN. And I'll have to admit, it's not the most like attractive looking dish with a really black, dark sauce. You don't really know what flavor to even expect, actually. They're very tangly noodles. Yeah, you might get the entire blob if you try to pick it up without scissor cutting it. Okay, maybe I will scissor cut it
Cái
real
nước
fast.
sốt trông có vẻ ngon á.
Give it a cut right there in the center. And right there in the center. Oh yeah, I got that egg. I want to maximize my sauce though on this bite with some of the noodles.
Nhưng mà anh làm cái gì trong đó mà cho nó đen
The
thui
first
không?
taste that that really comes out nicely is the onions, which taste like they've been sautéed but are still crunchy. And then you've got the seafood in there. The sauce, the soybean sauce, it's mild. And it sort of
Có
has like
nước tương ở trong á.
a little bit of a salty. What could that flavor even be compared to? It's not sweet at all. I was
Chắc
thinking
là
it might be
hắc
sweet,
xì
it's
dầu
not
thôi,
sweet at all.
không cần
It
thui.
tastes like a raw soy sauce flavor almost.
Với lại 2-3 thứ đồ biển ở trong. Cái này cái dạng giống như là mì xào vậy đó mà.
Next up for the dumplings. Nice little bite size, and you can see the juice which is kind of dripping out of them. You can really taste the sesame oil. The wrapper is a little bit on the thicker side, so they're more hearty dumplings. And what's also good about them is they're not overly oily on the inside. You taste that minced meat. I think it must be beef on the inside. Lots of green onions, lots of sesame oil, and yeah, very fragrant, but not too oily. That's just what it needed. With that vinegar, a little bit of saltiness from the soy sauce. Actually, I don't taste any spiciness from that chili at all. Those are good, simple, classic dumplings.
Cái này thì giống như hoành thánh nha, trong không có gì đâu.
And
Chắc
the meat juices that are inside of the dumplings are.
Một tí thịt heo.
Rồi
nó bỏ đậu
I'll add a little bit to this section right here.
cái hột đậu xanh xanh á.
Oh, the egg is over here too. More of those onions, and then I'll add some of the onion as well. Oh yeah, with another piece of raw onion. Some of that egg. A little saltier, a little more pungent. It is like soy sauce, but it's almost like a concentrated, like soy sauce to me, but a very, like a thick, like a paste soy sauce. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, you've got the sweet onion. The onion is sweet, and a little bit burning. And then you've got that soy sauce paste, that soybean paste. I gotta say, that was delicious. Both the mandu, the dumplings, and the jjajangmyeon, the noodles with that soybean paste sauce and seafood. That was really good. That was my first time to ever have it, and it's like I said, it's a very, very common Korean Chinese dish. You'll find it all over South Korea, very popular in Seoul, and it's also very It's also a very famous Korean dish. It's one of the top 10 dishes, I'm sure.
Anh ăn cái đó không mà cũng gần 13 đô, thôi cũng được đi.
Check out. That's going to be the final bite from this Korean food tour
cũng
of
không có
Incheon
mắc gì.
on an Incheon International Airport layover. That was excellent. That was so much fun.
Đây là cái thời gian mà anh tới phi trường, rồi nó cho ảnh ở đó, ảnh chờ đó, ảnh đi ra đây ảnh chơi mười mấy tiếng đồng hồ luôn á, xong rồi chắc là ảnh nó mới đưa ảnh về cái thành phố Hán Thăm.
We just made it back to Incheon International Airport. GIệnh and I both we were just dozing off for that entire ride. Oh man, we're kind of surprised that we
Anh đi taxi hết 30 mấy đô.
Okay, we're back to where we started from. Okay, if you have a long layover like this, it's great to do something. But if you haven't been to Seoul, you know, I would probably recommend going to Seoul. But if you've already been to Seoul and you're looking for another day trip, another outing to go to, Incheon is great. To be honest, I'm in Seoul, South Korea. This morning we are at the Noryangjin Fisheries Wholesale Market, which is a giant, mega, all things from the sea.
Bây giờ mời các bạn tiếp tục đi theo chân anh Mặc Quen. Bây giờ ảnh đã đi vô trong thành phố Seoul của Hàn Quốc rồi đó, thủ đô Hàn Quốc.
Then you can take it to a restaurant which is right within the fish market, and they will cook it on spot for you. So I'm about to meet up with some friends. It's 8:30 a.m. We're here for breakfast. We're going to get a lot of seafood, and we are going to have a massive seafood breakfast, Korean food for breakfast today.
Bây giờ ảnh sẽ vô ăn sáng, mà ăn sáng bằng cái món hải sản nha.
I love this market. I've been here a couple of times on previous visits to Seoul, but actually we showed up and the old location, which
ảnh đến đây mấy lần rồi.
Is right next to this new location. That's the place I went to last time, and it's completely shut down.
Bây giờ là đi vô cái chợ đó.
So now they've moved to this new indoor facility, which is really, it's actually really nice, really clean. Again, just all things teeming and edible from the sea. It really is like a shopping mall of seafood, and it's clean. It's so modern. We're here at about 8:30 a.m. It's pretty calm. It's pretty quiet. It's very, very manageable. What's amazing is that everything is live. Everything, it really is
chợ đầu biển sống không ha, ngon quá.
A paradise. If you love seafood, there's just no way to miss this market when you're in Seoul. And the great thing about it also is that it's open 24 hours.
Đây là một trong những cái chợ đầu biển mà lớn của thành phố Seoul nha.
Maybe packing for export. But again, it is still very clean, very nice. The new facility and the diversity of seafood. You just, if you love seafood, you just start to get this like energy. Oh yeah, sea cucumber. One of the hardest things here is that there's just so much and so many stalls to choose from. You kind of eventually just got to choose one, but we've stopped here at the corner. This is possibly the location where we're going to buy a bunch of seafood. Yeah. Oh, same.
This one is big.
Bigger.
Oh, no, and then
Oh, that comes with a bonus. That comes with a bonus. We're making some big life decisions right now.
I mean, what if we get it wrong? There is, of course, the both option. That would solve it. I think it's got to be between snow crab and king crab.
Oh, okay. Deciding on crabs, but we're definitely getting some of the mega pen shells, which are like, they are like mussels. I don't know, they're just huge. And she pulled us out a bonus one with a little extra shell attached to it.
Oh, that's squirting. It's like a squirt gun.
That is exactly why they're called sea squirts, or those are also called sea pineapples, because they do look like a pineapple from the outside. I have had those before. Those are delicious. Those are true seafood creatures. Yes.
Con này là con đĩa biển á.
Also a squirt,
Yeah.
but different type.
Đĩa biển nhưng mà loại có gai.
I don't know if there's anything more entertaining than watching a sea squirt. But she's loving it too. We chose the right stall. She's friendly. She's awesome. She is just, yeah. We're just getting a selection. That's sea squirt type number 2.
Bigger?
No.
I thought that food was different.
Beautiful.
Yeah, snow crab. Awesome. Huh?
Welcome to our family dinner.
You can hold this.
Family
take a picture.
breakfast.
On the side?
Yeah.
I have an itch. Thank you.
Con này giống cái con king crab quá.
Taste.
Yes, there was no way we were going to get away without having a few of those guys. I think the actual name is a spoonworm? A spoonworm, that's what it is, but it's a squirter as well.
Steam. Steam. Yeah.
What about grilled? Can you do grilled or no? Or only steamed?
Yeah, steam.
Bạch tuộc bự quá trời luôn ha.
Thank you. You are awesome.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll take this guy.
Cái chợ này mà ăn đồ biển là kể như thôi là thôi. Bá cháy luôn á. Để coi anh mua hết cái đống này coi nhiêu.
Bounty of all things from the sea. That is breakfast.
We did well.
95 đô. Trời.
What is your name?
박금화. 박금화. Yes.
Thank you very much. And she has stall number, you can see up there, stall number 17.
Cái quầy số
She's been
17.
so nice, so helpful to us in choosing the seafood. So when you come to Noryeonggan Fish Market, this is the spot. Come here, the queen of seafood. She is the queen of seafood. Thank you very much. 감사합니다. Okay, and now we go upstairs to cook everything. But before that, we get some sashimi.
Bây giờ anh đi lên tầng trên á,
Should we go for it? Oh, total
Sure.
sure.
anh cho người ta nấu ăn cái đó.
안녕하세요. Thank you. Right across from the other stall, they have tuna. We decided it was a necessary move to have some sashimi as well, so she just cut out a chunk from the belly,
Đây
from the
là cá
bottom of that
ngừ.
fish, that tuna.
Cá
And now
ngừ
we're
để
gonna
ăn
make it
sống
into
rồi.
sashimi. That's the last. I think that's the last of the seafood. I think we've done well.
Ồ, mà cái dĩa đó nó bán mà gần 60 đô la rồi.
Follow the yellow brick road.
He did just kind of appear out of nowhere.
This is a stairway to heaven.
As we were buying the seafood, a man he did kind of just appear out of nowhere to collect our seafood and escort us upstairs. Yeah, maybe take a look inside. Oh, they do have downstairs. They do have the low table seating. Is it good? Is this good? Okay. Are we just choosing? Yeah, they do have. Okay, just trying to choose a place. I think this is the spot right here. We're at number 16.
사시미. 이거 다 사시미. 이거는 버터 밥. 이것도 스팀. 이거는
A little bit of confusion on the ordering because you got to choose what you want for each seafood, but I think we figured it out. They're really nice. They're helping us out, and I think they know the best ways to cook everything. They're so cool that I've got special access in the kitchen to watch them as they do some of the cooking. Oh, here's the octopus, the baby octopus.
Ồ, bây giờ là chắc nó cho anh ăn sống mấy cái chân cái vòi bạch tuộc luôn á.
That looks like a passion fruit.
They do not mess around. As soon as they got the word, as soon as we decided what to cook with each, which most of them are raw sashimi, like literally within minutes, within seconds, they're chopping everything up, they're plating everything as fresh as possible. When she cut open, there's two different types of those sea squirts. One is the pineapple one. One literally looks like a pig foot, and then when she sliced it open, it's almost like a passion fruit inside. It looks like bursting with like membraney, seedy, just juiciness on the inside. Oh, sea cucumbers are on the chopping board.
Oh, the squirt.
You ready, Mark?
First piece of octopus, right in the kitchen.
Không phải ăn sống không.
Look at that, look how it like sucks the little suction cups.
Stick in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, that's as fresh as possible. The sesame oil.
Thấy
And that
coi
paste
nó
is like a
còn
bean paste.
nó còn ngoe ở trong cái dĩa đó thấy không? Ăn sống nè. Ăn giống mấy Nhật Bản.
Dude, you gotta get the spoon worm. Man, it is just way
Không,
too
mà gần
much
như nó cho
action
ăn sống
happening.
mọi thứ rồi ơi.
Those are the pen shells. She sliced it all up, and that one's gonna grill. Oh, the octopus is coming out. They work so fast. I'm just excited and confused all at the same time, and just amazed.
Con,
But all the
bạch tuộc á
fresh
thì nó
sashimis are all
nướng.
ready to go. For the octopus, the big octopus, half of it is going to be steamed, half of it is grilled, and then I think I didn't even see where the crab went, but I think that's in the boiling water. That's in the jacuzzi right now. And for those giant pen shells, she emptied them out. They look like scallops. They're like massive, like scallop looking, but those are pen shells, and then they slice them up, and those are grilling. First time ever to write Korean. They wanted me to sign signature a piece of paper and then write something in Korean.
잘 쓴다, 야. 잘 쓴다.
I don't know what I'm writing.
오, 기분 좋아. 이제 텔레비 나온다. 얼굴 아줌마.
얼굴 안 나오겠지?
Not sure what I just wrote, but they are very, very happy about it. Let me know what I just wrote. Wow, this is unbelievable. We got the Korean style low table sitting on the floor. The entire table is just filled with the bounty of the sea, everything that we get. I think we're still waiting on the crab, but the sea cucumber is just kind of like
Còn một đống
melting
đồ
on
ăn
the
sống
plate.
không
The
thấy không?
spoonworm, the uni, octopus, two ways but three ways, because we got the raw one as well. And then the sea squirt, two types, sashimi. Is that the stir-fried octopus, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I'm glad we did it this way.
Yeah.
There's no need to chew. You can squeeze the tuna between your tongue and the top of your mouth, and it just dissolves.
My first bite is
Đó,
going to
cái
be the
dĩa cá
spoonworm. And
sống hồi nãy đó là mua dưới là gần
it
$60
is
á.
a very unique, peculiar looking creature from the sea. And then she hacked it all up into small pieces, and now it kind of looks like intestines. Wow, that is chewy. It's almost like gummy. Like, oh yeah. Oh, it has a little bit of a like seaweedy taste to it.
Toàn là ăn
I'm gonna
sống
try the
không
sea
luôn.
squirt. I believe that the darker red one is the pig hoof sea squirt. I just made up that name, but the darker one, the
Còn
really
cái
orange
con
one.
này
Look
cái
at
con
that.
gì đó.
It even like squirted out of a little. You can even squirt it once it's cut up. It came out of a little pore when I picked it up. That is
Cũng
like
ăn
straight
sống luôn.
jelly in a skin. Wow. That is. Whoa. That has a unique flavor. It tastes like you're eating the sea, but at the same time, it kind of like has like an ammonia taste. to it. That's the pineapple. Try the dark orange one. Try the dark orange one.
Oh,
Oh, here's the grilled.
oh, that's nice.
That sea squirt, that is unique. Like
So bitter.
I think I've tried the sea pineapple, but never that pig's hoof one. That pig's hoof one, that is chewy. Like I'm still kind of chewing a little strand of it, and it has kind of a. It really is like that is seafood. Like, I don't think you can get anything more seafoody tasting than that. It just came out fresh out of the grill. This is
Có cái dĩa này là nó chín chút thôi à.
Oh, yeah.
Còn nhiều mấy cái kia là sống không à.
It's like, it is like a scallop, but like almost like a little more leathery and smoky, and that's delicious. This is the boiled octopus. For this one, I think I'll dip in the sesame oil. That octopus, the freshness of it, that texture, like a little bit chewy. And then just with that complementing sesame oil is what makes it.
Kim chi đó.
One of the joys of Korean food. Kimchi after every bite. Okay, this one is the sea cucumber. And it literally looks like it's just melting on the plate.
Còn cái này là cái con
ring, kind of gooey. And that color
nó
is
kêu
amazing.
là
I
cái
think
con
this one looks like it needs some sauce.
dưa leo biển. Tức là đĩa biển mà nó có gai á.
I have had sea cucumber before, but that is, it's like slimy and crunchy at the same time. And just like very neutral taste. It's not really seafoody like the sea squirt. Okay, we're doing some table shifting on the dishes. This one is a stir-fried octopus.
Cái mực xào đó thì có cái này chín rồi. Đây là cái con cua ghẹ đó thì chín. Còn mấy cái kia là sống.
I'm just gonna reach in for a plate.
Cái này là chín đó.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is delicious. The smoky wok taste, the onions, the chili paste, the sesame seeds. That's what makes it. I don't even know if I got a piece of octopus on that bite. Octopus is a little bit chewy. But it is really tasty. I'm gonna try the sea urchin next. Okay. Oh, perfect. It came out.
Cái con có gai này không biết sống hay chín.
I dropped it and a chunk of it fell out. Oh man, this is kind of. Oh, come on, guys. Okay, but if I pick it up like this, it will. Oh yeah, you gotta pick it up like this. Okay, perfect.
Hình như là cái trứng của con đó à.
Oh, the sea urchin just. There's nothing like sea urchin. Like it's just it's a prize from the sea. It's so like perfectly rich, eggy, creamy.
Con nó làm biết con gì giống con nhím hả?
That one has kind of a complexity of flavor. Some of them have a little more bitterness. Some of them.
Cái con này là không phải thịt mà là thịt trứng không á. They cut the strip of tuna. The more red meat, takami, is on this side, and then the more fattier meat is over on this side. I'll go for a medium piece right there. That's perfect. That is delicious. Like, just so pure. There's nothing like tuna. Okay, I gotta go on those belly pieces, and I think I'll try dipping it into the sesame oil. It just melts in your mouth. The fat, another piece of the tuna. Raw garlic. I think I'll do an entire chili on that bite. Cái trái ớt xanh đó nó không cay lắm, nó thơm lắm. Trái ớt xanh nó ngon.
Oh. The burst of flavor, the garlic with chili, the soybean taste, and the fish just kind of melts in your mouth all in between that. Okay, we're moving into the crab.
Giờ tới cái con cua ghẹ.
Look at this. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. He just created me a perfect snow crab bite that's just blooming like a flower.
Say hello to my little friend.
Con này hình như là nó
Wow. Yeah.
Nó hấp.
I mean, all other seafood is great, but there's just crab is just it's the best. Crab is always good if it's fresh, and it's just like, man, the stringiness of that skin should be pretty soft. But I don't know if I'll be. Oh yes, okay. I don't know how pretty I am at. I'm not always the greatest crab cracker. Oh, there's the scissors. Okay. The amazing thing about a snow crab is the stringiness and the like strands. Come on. Okay, that's pretty good. Just look at that. Maybe just a slight dip in the sesame oil, but it really honestly does not need anything.
Cua này là hết sảy rồi, cua còn sống mà.
Like yeah, I mean of all the other foods, that is the greatest mouthful of breakfast. I'm going back in for the sea cucumber. That crunch is just, it will surprise you every bite. Okay, I think I need to follow that with something strong. Those peppers are amazing too.
Ở trên bàn đó, đó
They are the
là
like,
gần như
spiciness
là
does trip up
6-70%
on you.
là đồ
This
sống.
creature for some type of a shell. Oh, I've got some of the crab roe on my fingers. Okay. Okay. I think I can just kind of grab it and pull it out. Oh, it might be a little. Come on, guy. No, it might. It's a little slippery. I think it has to be poked, yeah? Okay, I think I got him. Whoa! Curled around the top of it.
Nice.
Let me uncurl it so you can see how long that is. Wow. Look at that guy. This was the bonus that was attached to the pen shell. And that's kind of like the poopy section. Take that off. Oh, it's like slimy and juicy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Anybody wants chunks? That's nice. It
Thank
should be
goodness.
really.
Yeah.
It should be really
I
good.
think this calls for some fermented bean paste. Oh, that's really good. It's not that.
Nice roll as well.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as chewy as some of the other seafoods we had this meal, especially the sea cucumber. But it's like squid, but like a tender squid. Oh, it's always a little harder to put on your shoes after the meal. We did a little bit of relaxing on those low tables. The best thing about sitting on the ground is that you can kind of relax down
83
after
đô.
your meal. 감사합니다. That was an amazing
83
meal.
đô là cái công nó nấu nó ấy không đó. Còn hồi nãy giờ là
감사합니다.
gần như là ảnh ăn gần
Is he mixing
trăm mấy
up
chục đô rồi đó.
over there? That must be the fermented bean paste. Wow, that's a bucketful. I think our main lady is not here anymore. It's restaurant number 16. Not totally sure the name. This is the name, but they did a great job at slicing and dicing and cooking. I think just like a few dishes were cooked, but slicing and dicing the seafood definitely very cool. What a meal! What a breakfast!
Cái bữa ăn sáng này của anh
We
đắt
have
quá.
come to the end of this Seoul
Không thì tại vì
Korean
ăn quá trời nhiều đồ mà.
seafood just breakfast extravaganza. That was an amazing meal. That's one of the most extensive spreads of seafood for breakfast for sure that I've ever had. Some of the squid was a little on the tough side, but some of the other little squirty things were a little bit on the tough side too, and very, very seafoody. You gotta really love seafood to enjoy that. The crab was just unbelievably good. The pen shell was delicious. It was just great. And I love the Korean banchan, the different side dishes, the vegetables, the sauces, the sesame oil just stands out as delicious. What a meal. What another fantastic time in Seoul.
Bây giờ là hết rồi thì thôi xin hẹn gặp lại các bạn cái video kế tiếp lần sau. Xin chào.
Thanks
Bye bye.
again for watching. Goodbye from Seoul. See you on the next video.